Good morning. Welcome back to another vlog. I just did school drop-off and now I'm in the Target parking lot getting ready to go in. Got a little list, some things I need to restock. I need some new tree hut things, exfoliator, shave oil. I need some fabric softener. And while I'm here, I'm gonna get some cookie ingredients. You guys know I make Magnolia Table chocolate chip cookies at least once a week. I already made them once this week and the kids devoured them because I only made one batch because I only had enough ingredients for one batch. I'm gonna grab that while I'm here. I need more mascara. Both mascaras are pretty close to the end of their life, so I'm gonna grab that while I'm here. The boys need more shampoo again and body wash. So, got a little list. I also need to go get a car wash because it was like raining for a few days. The snow is all gone and my car is really dirty. So I need to get a car wash today because it is absolutely beautiful. It was like 62 degrees yesterday. It's 39 right now. So I've got my long teddy bear jacket on, but I have like a long sleeve black shirt, black jeans, my black Vans, black. We're doing all black today. But I've got my teddy bear jacket on because it's a little chilly this morning. The back of my car is full of donations from Berkeley's room. I've been going through all my clothes, the kids' clothes. And Donnie went through the garage. We're doing like purging, spring cleaning, even though it's not spring yet. I just have a bunch of donations I need to drop off today. I need to make bread today. So we're gonna do all of that in this video. I have had quite a few of you in the comments here on YouTube and then also on Instagram asking me about the bread. So I did a YouTube video showing my bread recipe in the 2 loaves. And then after that, I tried making it, that same exact recipe, into 1 big loaf, and we like it so much better because it's like the actual, like legit loaf, like sandwich bread size loaf, and we like that better. So I told you guys about that and pretty much the exact same recipe. I just bake it at 380 for 45 minutes instead, but everything else is the same except we just do it into 1 loaf, you know? But a lot of you guys said that you're having trouble with like your dough being sticky and not rising or like looking like mine. So I am going to do that, like step by step, exactly show you how I make my bread again in this video today. It's very easy, very simple. Yeah, so do a little day in the life, just what I've got going on today, and I'm gonna bring you with me. So if you wanna hang out with me, let's go. I'm gonna head into Target right now. All right, I finished up at Target, and now I'm at the donation place. It's called Idaho Youth Ranch. It's a thrift store place. Donation times are Tuesday through Saturday, 10 to 3. It is 9:47, so I've got a few minutes to sit here and wait. So I'm gonna get a little work done on my phone. I have a little editing for a reel that I can do. So I'm gonna get that done and then get these donations dropped off. But I did good at Target. I stuck to my list. However, I did find the new Alani flavor, like the strawberry one. I haven't tried it yet, so I grabbed a few of those to put in the fridge at home. So I'm excited to try those. But I'll show you everything that I got at Target whenever we get home. They just opened up the donations, so I'm heading in. People literally line up at 10 a.m. to get here first. I'm the 3rd car in line, and there's 2 more behind me. All right, donations dropped off. I'm heading out of here now. I'm gonna go get a car wash. We need to vacuum this thing out too, because all of the like salt from our shoes and like parking lots and whatnot from the snow, the bottom, like my floor mats are really dirty. So I'm gonna do that and kind of like wipe things out in here. At my car wash where I have my membership, they have clean rags so that you can like wipe all the water off of your car after your car wash, and then like vacuums that are free after your car wash, and then I'll use the clean rag to like wipe my dashboard and just like wipe stuff down in here. So let's go do that now. I'm always worried my windows are like not rolled up all the way, but they are. wasn't even like a deep clean. I just quickly wiped everything down and vacuumed real quick. My floor mats need to be like washed, but they're vacuumed. Got all the sand and salt and all that stuff out, so at least that's done. But we can wash my mats at home. Donnie said he would do that for me, but at least we're vacuumed and wiped. So let's check my list and see if I got everything done that I need to do around town. Yes. Okay, head home, give you guys a Target haul, and then we are going to get our bread dough started. Let's go. Okie dokie. We are back from running errands. Let me show you what I got from Target. Stuck to my list except for one thing. So I got the stuff that I needed for chocolate chip cookies. I'm gonna make those probably tomorrow on Saturday. But I needed light brown sugar, chocolate chips, and unsalted butter. So we got those. The boys needed body wash and their shampoo. So I got those. Almost out of my favorite fabric softener, so I got some more of that, the Downy Ultra Calm Lavender Vanilla Bean. I'm out of my sugar scrub and my shave oil, and these are my favorites. The Tree Hut Tropic Glow Sugar Scrub and shave oil. So I do this first, exfoliate like my entire body, not my face, but you know what I mean, like my entire body. And then this shave oil is the GOAT. It is the best ever. Instead of like a shaving cream, you use it like a shaving cream. Smells amazing, no razor burn. It is the best. I get both of those at Target. Let me know if you guys want me to do like a everything shower video, like show you all the products I use, like shampoo, conditioner, you know, all that kind of stuff that I use like in the shower when it's not just like a super quick shower, but like razor, like all the products, and then maybe do like a full like everything shower, like get ready with me, like makeup, hair products, like the whole nine. That could be fun. Like a little, I guess it wouldn't be like a self-care, I mean kind of, but just like all the products that I use on my body, I guess, for shower and like get ready with me from like start to finish, shower, everything. We should do that. Let me know what you guys think. Anyway, I was gonna get both of my mascaras, but they were out of my Essence one. I use the Essence Lash Princess. It's black and turquoise, but they were completely out. So I didn't get that one, but I'll get it. I'll just get it next time. But then I use that one first, like 2 layers of that, and then I use this L'Oreal Lash Paradise, the blackest black, on top to finish it off. And then I use this one on my bottom lashes. So I got that again. And then this was the only thing that wasn't on my list, but I've been trying to find this one. So this is the new Alani flavor. You guys know I drink Gorgie energy drinks, but I still love Alani also. So I get these sometimes too. Like every once in a while I'll get like a case from Costco. And then sometimes they send me cases like from their PR list, but I've been wanting to try this Strawberry Sunrise. Everyone on social media has been raving about it, so I grabbed 6 of them. So that's my Target haul. Nothing crazy. But I'm gonna just quickly go put everything away where it needs to go, and then we are gonna get our bread dough started because it does need to rise for an hour to start with. So I will be right back, and we're gonna get this bread started, and I'm going to type up the entire recipe again in the description box so you guys can refer back to it or copy and paste or write it down or whatever you need to do so you can save it. It is super, super easy and like same day bread. You don't have to let it rise overnight. It's like an hour and a half rise time and then 45 minutes of baking. So let's go. Okay, this right here is everything you are going to need to make your loaf of bread. Not a whole lot of ingredients, very easy. 4 cups of flour. You can use bread flour, you can use all-purpose flour. This is the flour that I use, the Kirkland. This is from Costco, all-purpose, organic, unbleached flour. You can use whatever flour you want to use. This is just the one that I use. 1 2/3 cup warm water. You don't want it to be hot, you don't want it to be cold, you want it to be warm. 2 1/4 teaspoon active dry yeast. This is the yeast that I use, the Red Star Quick Rise Instant Yeast. You can use active dry or instant. This is the one that I use. 1 teaspoon of sugar. I have cane sugar, but you can use whatever kind of sugar you want. 1 tablespoon of honey. I have Northwest Raw Unfiltered Honey. This is also from Costco. But again, you can use whatever kind of honey you want. I'm just showing you guys the stuff that I have that I use every time. 1 teaspoon of salt. I have this giant thing of pink salt from Costco. And 1.5 tablespoons of softened butter. I like to just measure it out and then put it in something and put it in the microwave for like 15 seconds to really soften it. You also need a stand mixer with a dough hook. This is very important. You can mix it by hand, I'm assuming, but I have never done that, so I have no idea the texture that it will come out. It definitely will not come out how I make it or how mine turns out if you mix it by hand. So I recommend making this bread if you have a stand mixer with a dough hook. So the first step, grab your mixing bowl from your stand mixer, and we're gonna add in, I've got my 1 2/3 cup water here, warm water. I'm gonna add that in. Now I keep my yeast in the freezer so it doesn't go bad because this is a big jar and I do make like 2 loaves of bread a week. So I go through this pretty fast, but I don't want my yeast to die, so I keep mine in the freezer. So that is an idea for you as well. One of my friends that actually owns a baking business told me that trick. So then we're gonna add in 2 1/4 teaspoons of our yeast. So I've got I got my 1 teaspoon and my 1/4 teaspoon here. So I'm gonna add 2 of these, 1 of these. There's 1, 2, and 1/4. And then 1 teaspoon of sugar with the yeast and the water. Grab a whisk, whisk that up. Grab a towel, a clean towel, preferably a tea towel, you know, this kind of material. Pop that on top of your bowl. Set a timer for 5 minutes. And let it do its thing. That's gonna activate your yeast and it's gonna be bubbly when you take this towel off. All right, timer just went off. Pull the towel off. See that bubbling? That means your yeast is activated and she's ready. Now we're gonna add in the rest of the ingredients, which is honey, salt, butter, and flour. So I'm gonna pop this butter. I already measured it out, and I like to do this first I do it with a tablespoon so then I can use this for the honey, because then the honey will slip right out because this is like greased up from the butter. Just a little trick that I learned. Otherwise the honey is like so sticky it won't come out. So yeah, I measured it out and I'm gonna pop this in the microwave for just like 15 seconds to get it a little more softened. We keep our butter in like a little butter dish on the counter because it's like real butter. So it's already room temperature, but I just like to have it a little softer when I put it in there. But you can just put it in there like at room temperature. That's totally fine too. So I just have this little dish that I put it in. So this is what my butter, it's like halfway melted, halfway like softened. So plop the butter in. If you need to grab like a little spoon or a spatula, that's what I usually end up doing. Okay, all of my butter is in there. Now 1 teaspoon of salt. So I got my big old thing of pink salt, 1 teaspoon in there, and then 1 tablespoon of honey. And I'll use my finger to just scrape the rest of it in there. 1 sec. Now 4 cups of flour. I think this may be where people are getting sticky dough. I don't use like a knife to flatten out my flour. I just grab a cup like this. So it's not like a heaping cup, but it's not like a perfectly flat cup either. You know, I just kind of shake it off in there. So it's not like heaping, but it's like that. See what I'm saying? You don't want like dry dough. You don't want sticky dough either. And then also another tip, when it's done mixing, if it is sticky and you can't pick it up without it like completely sticking to your hands, Add a tablespoon of flour to your mixer. Mix it again for another couple minutes. If it's still sticky, just add a tablespoon, add a tablespoon, add a tablespoon until it's not sticky. And you can handle it with your hands without it completely sticking to you. So we're gonna pop this on the mixer and I'll show you what to do. So I got my dough hook on there. This is what everything looks like. So all of our ingredients are just in there. And we're gonna start mixing it. As soon as I turn the mixer on, I'm gonna turn on a 5-minute timer and just let it mix for 5 minutes. So I have a really old school KitchenAid mixer. It's like the lift mixer. This thing is probably 35 plus years old. It was handed down to me from a family member. And so I put mine on 2, and now I'm gonna set a 5-minute timer. At this time, I'm also gonna turn on my oven light, just the light. And then this is just gonna knead your dough for you for 5 minutes. You can even turn it up, depending on your mixer. But I like to have mine go about this speed. So while that's mixing for 5 minutes, I'm also going to grab a bowl for letting it rise, a large bowl. So I have one, it's like this size, a large bowl. And we're gonna grease this up. So you can use butter, olive oil, whatever you wanna do. I have this avocado oil spray. I'm just gonna do a little spray in there and then grab a paper towel and just rub it in. Get the sides good too, so that way when your dough rises, it doesn't stick to the bowl. So this is what my dough looks like after 5 minutes. Take my hook off of there and I'll show you. So I can play with it and it's not sticking to my fingers. So if your dough is sticking to your fingers, right now you would add a tablespoon of flour, mix it again for like another minute or 2 until your dough is this consistency. And this is how your dough should feel. Okay, it shouldn't be sticky, but you should be able to kind of mold it. So we're gonna mold it into a ball. I'm backlit here, so the lighting isn't the greatest. I just set you guys on top of the toaster. I'm gonna mold it into a ball with the seam on the bottom like that. Nice and round on top, and grab that bowl that we greased up, and just set our ball in there. So you can see here how much space that ball takes up in there. And I'm gonna cover it up with that same tea towel that we used for our water and yeast to activate. And remember, we turned on that oven light. So the oven light is on in here. And this is where we're gonna use as our warm space for our dough to rise. So that's gonna double in size. So we're just gonna pop this into the oven. So the light makes it warm in there, but it's not baking at all because the oven isn't on. So I'm just gonna put that in there, set a timer for 1 hour, and let it do its thing. So that's gonna be in there for an hour, rising. So I'm gonna get a little bit of laundry folded while that's doing its thing, and then it's an absolutely beautiful day. So I'm gonna go ahead and take Cash for his little loop, W-A-L-K. You guys know I do 5 miles every day. He cannot do that. He is an old man and he can't keep up with my pace, and he can't go that far. So he does about a mile, and that's usually about as far as he can handle, about as far as he wants to go. So we have a little, like, almost a mile little loop that I'll do with him, and he loves that. So I'm gonna go do that with him after I fold this laundry and just get a couple little things done around here, make the kids' beds. I'm gonna actually, it's sheets day for the kids. I just did mine the other day. You guys know we got new sheets and a new duvet, but I'm gonna go change the kids' bedding. I've got Berkeley's purple one here. I have Brody's navy blue, like their other set. I have Brody's in the dryer right now, so I'm gonna switch the kids' bedding, switch Braden's duvet. So I'm gonna do all of that real quick, in the next hour, and then I will see you guys in a little bit and show you the next step for the bread. It has been an hour. Just pop this dough out, and we have doubled in size. So I'm gonna grab my bread pan. This is the bread pan that I use. It is Time & Table from Walmart, and it came with this metal insert for making like meatloaf and stuff. I don't use this. This is like a $10 bread pan. I believe it's 9 by 5, so that's the size that I use. We're gonna grease that up first. So I do the same thing. I grab my avocado oil, spray that in there, and then I'm gonna take a paper towel and just make sure that's wiped up all on the sides too. Adding a little bit more. Okay, I just wiped this counter down, so it is clean. Just wash my hands. I'm going to punch it down in the middle, get any air bubbles out. See the air bubbles that pop up? Punch it down, and then I'm gonna pull this out. Just put it onto the counter here. There's really no right or wrong way to do this. I just pretty much kind of flatten it out a little bit. And then whatever side is prettier, whatever side is flatter, I want to be my outside of the bread, so it's like nice and rounded. But I'm just going to roll this up to a nice log that will fit into the size of this bread. But you can roll it and then kind of like push the ends in too. And then the seam, kind of just push that together. Push your ends in, and then the seam you want to be on the bottom. Just tuck that right into your pan, and that's how it should fit in there. The top of the dough should be pretty much right at the top of your pan when you put it in after that first rise. It's not going to fill up the entire thing. There's room on the sides, but we're going to let this rise again, and then it will be filling up this pan a little bit more. So now what I like to do is just set it right on top of the oven, and it's gonna rise for another 30 minutes. Cover it with that same tea towel again. Don't mind my griddle here, that's just where we keep it. But I'm going to just cover it with that tea towel, and I'm gonna go ahead and preheat to 380. It doesn't take 30 minutes to preheat, but the warmth of that preheat is going to help this rise as well, because the oven does start to get warm, which helps like the top of the stove get warm as well, if that makes sense. So set a timer for 30 minutes, and we're going to let that rise for another 30 minutes while that preheats to 380. All right, it's been 30 minutes. This is what our loaf is looking like now. It's filling up the whole pan, and it's risen a little bit more. So we're gonna put this in the oven for 45 minutes, 380 degrees, 45 minutes. All right, the timer just went off. It's been 45 minutes, so got my cooling rack, my oven mitts. She is beautiful. So this is what she's looking like. It's always different every time. Sometimes the dough kind of like splits on the side. Sometimes it's perfect, but you can see as it bakes, it rises up out of the pan quite a bit. So first thing you want to do the second it comes out is brush it with some butter. So I just take a fork and get a little butter. Get a little butter on my fork and rub it on there. Or you can like melt some butter and use, you know, like a little basting brush if you want to. Just rub some butter on there. Makes the crust softer. And then just let it cool completely in the bread pan. That's why I put it on the cooling rack, so it kind of circulates some air in the bottom of the pan too. Let that cool completely in the pan, but I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. So when it's done, I will take that out, and then we cut the whole loaf. We cut it right down the middle, cut it in half, and store it in 2-gallon Ziploc bags. So I'll put 1/2 in the fridge and just like store it in the back of the fridge, and then 1/2 in the pantry, and we'll use the half in the pantry first, and then when that one's gone, I'll pull the one out of the fridge. I don't freeze it because we go through it very quickly. I make like 2 loaves a week basically. So this is the second half of the loaf that I made last. But you can see this is what the inside looks like, and this is the outside. And oh, it smells so good. But that's what it looks like. So that is the whole process. It's super easy. It keeps very well. This is very soft, as you can see. I made this like probably 5 days ago now. So now we have a fresh loaf for the weekend. I'll give you a peek whenever I take it out of that pan when it's cooled a little while later. But I'm just working on posting stuff on my Poshmark. So much stuff. So much stuff. Like I told you guys, every 6 months to a year, somewhere in there, I go through all of my drawers, my closet, and I get rid of so much stuff. I love it. Went through the kids' stuff. They helped me pick out stuff they wanted to get rid of, stuff that doesn't fit anymore. Donnie's gone through his stuff. I'm posting so much stuff in there. My Aura ring that I literally never wear because I like my Apple Watch better. I'm gonna post my Kindle on there because I don't ever use it. I prefer a paper book, like a regular book. I need to reset it. It's not posted on there yet. It may be by the time you guys see this, but I have a massive basket of clothes that I am working on posting, and I've already done a whole bunch. So it's a very slow process, posting on Poshmark, very slow. Take all the pictures, put in all the information. So I'm slowly working on it little by little each day, but I have my Poshmark linked in the description box. So if you want to check and see what I have on there, if you want to shop my closet, it's linked in the description box. But anyways, that is gonna wrap up today's vlog. I'm going to go work on that Poshmark a little bit more before I have to go pick the boys up from school and then get Berkeley from school. And then I'm gonna go on my walk after I get the kids from school today. Donnie's home from work already, and we got a basketball game tonight for Berkeley. The boys are done with basketball season. We're going into baseball season this weekend for the boys. We've got evaluations, and softball starts up soon too, so we go right in from basketball. Berkeley's done with basketball next week, so one sport to the next. I'm so excited, but that's gonna be it. So thank you guys so much for taking time out of your busy day to click on my video, spend time with me. It means so much to me. I appreciate you guys so much, and I will see you again very soon in my next video. Bye.